What's up, guys? What's up? Good morning and welcome to this wonderful channel of mine again, Loudfire X, presenting you a different side of things. As you know, I've been off, offline or maybe off from the platform. I haven't been posting a little bit. It's been a while, but hey, I've been busy though. I've been busy, working on some content, working on some music, writing a little bit, listening to some few beats, stuff like that. But today, I have a little bit of something special. It's actually, you know, on the business side of things, and I want to talk to you guys about um, uh, forex trading. But before we go into that, today is my birthday, so I just wanna appreciate God, for His faithfulness, His love and grace, and His over my life. And if you are out there and you are having your birthday today, you know um happy birthday to you, and may God bless you. May this day be favorable beyond measure, and let favor, your blessing and good health meet you all the way, through this day, and commit everything into the hands of the Lord, and He will help you see you through in all your plans that you do for yourself. Without further ado, as I've said, today we are taking things different, and I want to jump into the space of business, and I want to talk to you about forex trading and my journey, um, how I become a profitable trader. It has been 5 years I've been into this space, into this business, trading, and almost for the whole 5 years I haven't made a single withdrawal. And it's not because I couldn't trade, I can't trade, but you know it's just a thing where it's either you don't understand how trading works, or you are greedy, because you start to learn the skill from the beginning, and then that's the first phase of this thing. And then the second phase is now you versus you, the psychology, where where greed takes place, where discipline, lack of self-control, this thing, it these are the these are the things, the behaviors that you need to put under control. And if you can't overcome these types of behaviors, these personalities of yourself, you know you will not be successful in trading. So I've learned the skill for like the first 1.5 to close to 2 years, and then later on, um, uh, I began to struggle, because now I need to just withdraw, my profits and stuff like that. But then it became much harder than I expected, and this is why I came to this point. I want to just share my journey, share my life story with you guys about how I became profitable. And of out of all these 5 years, I just recently, a month ago, I made my first $60. $60, yeah, $60. And but to me it felt like $1 million, because I really had the chance to withdraw that money. you know I withdraw it. I really did withdraw it. And this is the point where I overcame, and I fought, and I become successful, because coming to that point where you can actually be content, and be be at peace, be happy with the little that you have. It's a big step. It's a big step. And I came to that point that you know I can't say that I'm a professional and a successful trader if I don't pay myself, if I don't make this payout to prove to you that forex is real, and to prove, for the best part, to prove to myself that forex is real. and I made the bold decision to withdraw that. And $60, it may be a little bit, very much a small amount to any other person out there, but it felt to me like $1 million, because I finally overcome the fear. I finally overcame, the greed, the inconsistencies, the doubts, the fears about myself, and the hindrances, the thing that blocked me from making that breakthrough to become a realization. And that's when I did that. And after that $60 that I withdrew, I the withdrawals, they came, gradually. They came gradually. I kept on withdrawing almost like 3 times after that. And it was small amounts, but just the fact that I got so much ease just to withdraw, just to make those withdrawals and stuff like that. It gave me that peace. It gave me that confidence, that joy that I'm doing this. I'm doing this without feeling, without feeling hesitant, without feeling doubtful, without feeling, oh man, if I withdraw, I might end up not having anything in my balance. But I just shrugged off that idea, that and I told myself, no, I need to pay myself. I need to feel that I did something, and because I deserve it. I've worked so hard and I deserve it. So I paid myself, and that brought me to the point where in anything in life that you do, whether it's Forex, whether it's making music, whether it's just your business, whether it's like raising someone, a baby, whether it's like discipling someone, whether it's grooming someone, it really takes time. And you shouldn't give up on life, give up on people very easily, because you have to be long, you have to be in the thing long enough so that you can grow to understand the small details of how to handle, how to work with, and how to manage something, and how to give yourself to it. Because if you don't take the time to just stick with it, you may not know what ticks, what makes you tick, or what brings you to that point that so this is how it works. You may not know if you don't stick too long in something. And that's my journey. It's been 5 years that I've been into this thing. And so many people see traders posting profits and think it's easy, but they don't see the losses. They don't see the frustration, like days when you just feel like quitting. It's very much exhausting. But there's always that breakthrough that comes in the time when you don't give up. That's my journey. And I'm inviting everyone who wants to learn, understand, have the knowledge of what Forex trading means. Because Forex trading is everything commercial, anything, commerce, business, entrepreneurship, business wise. It's a whole financial thing. It involves everything when it comes to buying and selling, exchanging, business wise. When it comes to money, it's everything. It's not just like a overseas thing, but it is. Forex is everything to do with money. So I want to teach you that, especially for us who are unemployed. You are out there trying to find a way to have an income on a daily basis. I want you to stick with me as we are going to go on this journey, to learn how to be profitable and to take this as a business as well. Because my mind changed when I realized that you cannot come into this thing as a quick get rich scheme. Because you will see yourself at the pit of self-destruction. where you have no hope. You don't know where to go. It's just, you're broken. But if you change your mindset, have a different mindset about the whole thing, just to think like, no, I need to think of this thing as a business, then your mind changes as well. And your money, you get to spend your money wisely. That's how it is. Trading taught me this, that it's not about one big trade, but it's about risk management, discipline, patience, and learning to stick long enough into this thing so that you'll be able to get it right. So, no, I'm not here to act like I've made it big. I'm here to tell the truth, that this for me is the beginning. And if you are out there struggling also, like I was, I want to tell you something, that your small wins, they matter. That first payout, it matters. Your progress, falling, getting back up, gradually growing, setbacks, off and on, but you getting back up, still, making progress, putting in the consistency, that matters. Your progress matters. That small consistency matters. It matters. Yeah, so this first $60 payout means more to me than people think. And I know it's only the start. But follow me if you want to see the real journey, where we take small payouts to bigger milestones. That's my story. So it's Ellis here, and you stay tuned, stick with me, and let's grow together. Consistency, equals progress. Over time means success. While moving on the right track. So if you really wanna open up a Forex account, I'm going to put down the link of my broker, XM Global. I've been with them ever since 2019. I've been with them. I've been with XM. So I want you to sign up with that broker. I'll put the link in the description below. So you can sign up. Get acquainted, and you and I, we can take this this journey, and we can move with it, and from struggling trader to professional trader, from broke to consistent income, and later on becoming independent and well off. Businesses nowadays, employment nowadays is very scarce, and we cannot be waiting upon opportunities to come. We cannot be waiting upon the government to help us. Government can't help themselves. We need to be a blessing for ourselves and to others. Peace out. That's my story. Have a blessed day. Thank you for listening. Happy birthday to the birthday buddies. Happy birthday to myself. Thank you for staying with me.